especially Dr. Carmelen Puracan Musa, our Associate Professor 4. By the way, my name is Kathleen R. Magpatok, and I am a Bachelor of Elementary Education student at Surigao del Norte State University's Claver Extension College. So, today I'm going to report on my topic, which is called Learning Style, the VARC model. However, in this video, I will only discuss the V&A, which is Visual and Auditory Learning Style, and the rest will be discussed by another reporter. Learning Style. What is a learning style? Learning style is described as a group of characteristics, attitudes, and behaviors that define our way of learning. So a learning style is the way that different students learn. A style of learning refers to an individual's preferred way to absorb, process, comprehend, and retain information. Simply, different approaches or ways of learning. There are many models of learning style in education. In 1987, Neil Fleming, a high school and university teacher from New Zealand, developed the most widely used learning style model known as the VAC, Visual, Auditory, Kinesthetic. Years later, added a fourth style, Read or Write. The acronym changed to VARC model. The VARC model, V stands for Visual Learning Style. Visual, see it using our eyes. When I see it, then I understand. If you are preferred in this learning style, you are called visual learners. The visual learners, saying or writing. The visual learners tend to observe things, pictures, demonstrations, films, etc. in order to improve his or her level of knowledge. Some common visual learning strategies include creating graphic organizers, diagramming, flowcharts, mind mapping, outlining, and more. Visual learners learn through seeing. Need to see the teacher's body language and facial expression. Tend to prefer sitting at the front of the classroom. Also may think in pictures and learn best from visual displays. It is preferred to take detailed notes during lecture or classroom discussion to absorb the information. So, how does visual learning help students? As you can see in this picture, it helps clarify thoughts, see how ideas are connected, realize how information can be grouped and organized. New concepts are easily understood when linked to prior knowledge. So, visual learning helps students to organize and analyze information, integrate new knowledge, and think critically. In organize and analyze information, students use diagrams and plot to display large amounts of information in ways that are easy to understand and help reveal relationships and patterns. Also, visual learning helps students to integrate new knowledge. Students better remember information when presented and learn both visually and verbally. Also can think critically. Link verbal and visual information help make connections, understand relationships, and recall related details. So, let us move on to another type of learning. Model A stands for auditory. Hear it using your ears. If you preferred in this learning style, you are called auditory learner. Auditory learners, it is learned by hearing. Prefer to hear information spoken, can absorb a lecture with little effort, may not need careful notes to learn, often avoid eye contact in order to concentrate, may read aloud to themselves, like background music when they study. Also learn through listening. Learn best through verbal lectures, discussion, talking things through, and listening to what others have to say. It can also interpret the underlying meaning of speech through listening to tone of voice, pitch, speed, and other nuances. And it is preferred direction given orally. Also, auditory learner can seldom take notes or write things down, prefer lectures to reading assignments, often repeat what has just been said. Talk to self often benefits from reading text aloud and using a tape recorder. It can sit where they can hear but needn't pay attention to what is happening in front. It can hum or talk to himself or herself or others when bored. Acquired knowledge by reading aloud. Remember by verbalizing lessons to themselves. If they have difficulty reading maps or diagrams or handling conceptual assignments like mathematics. A learning style is a way of learning. Your preferred learning style is the way in which you learn best. So now, what's your learning style? Are you a visual learner or you are an auditory learner? If you are a visual learner, you learn by reading or seeing pictures. You understand and remember things by sight. You can picture what you are learning in your head, and you learn best by using methods that are primarily visual. And if you are an auditory learner, you learn by hearing and listening. You understand and remember things you have heard. You restore information by the way it sounds, and you have an easier time understanding spoken instructions than written ones. You often learn by reading out loud because you have to hear it or speak it in order to know it. As an auditory learner, you probably hum or talk to yourself or others if you become bored. People may think you are not paying attention, even though you may be hearing and understanding everything being said. So, that's all for now. I hope you've learned something. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening.